Hello and welcome to another episode of the Munce Report, where we're going to preview today's runners at Doomben. But before we get into that, welcome Chris from the stables and congratulations on another double at the Sunshine Coast on Wednesday. A couple of talented 3-year-olds, Scathing and Al Jude, got the money. The stables form continues.
Yeah, thanks, Adam. I'm pleased with the way they all raced there on Wednesday, but probably a little bit stiff realistically not to have 4 winners. I thought Shooting Roses was unbelievable in her effort, as was Spirit of Spring, the last race. I thought his effort to sit 3 deep the trip and to only narrowly get beaten was very brave. So, overall it was a good day and they all raced very well.
And it obviously continues the theme. The numbers are looking better by the day. That result makes it 7 winners from the past 10 meetings where the stable's been represented, which is quite amazing. What do you put the form down to?
I think they're just in their right races, Adam. They're fit. They all have their ups and downs and peaks and troughs sort of thing. But I think it's just at this time of the year that these horses have sort of hit a bit of form, and the races are there to suit, and they're working their way through the grades nicely.
All right, well, good stuff. Let's hope it continues today. 4 runners lining up at Doomben. Let's get into the preview. Race 1 is a cutest 3-year-old maiden plate over 1,200 metres. Dagar lines up with Justin Huxtable aboard from gate 10. What did you make of his first up run?
His first run was very good. He was slow out, and then he did a few things wrong on Larry. He sort of over-raced and wouldn't settle real well, and just probably didn't help himself in the mid-sections of the race. But overall, he only got narrowly beaten, finishing 4th, and I thought his run was still good. So today, he's got an addition of blinkers and a tongue tie, which seems to have helped him straighten his manners out on the track of a morning. So I'm hopeful that it'll do the same sort of thing today at Doomben, where he'll probably roll forward, and Justin will have to judge the speed of the race himself once he gets out and going.
Very good. Race 2 is a benchmark 80 handicap over 2,200 metres, and the in-form Lucky Jackson, one of the stable favourites, he's shooting for 3 straight wins. He's in a real purple patch of form. How's he come through that last win?
Really good. No, he's been up a long while, this horse. I mean, he's had 10 runs now, I think, 10 runs in. And but look, he holds his form really, really well. He said he's going for 3 in a row. Obviously, it's a step up in grade today, but he has won over 2,200 previously. And I think he's racing with a good bit of confidence. He's drawn well. Larry seems to get along with him quite well also. So I'm expecting him to be competitive in obviously quite a strong race, but I think in his form, he certainly deserves a chance in a race like this.
Race 3 is the cutest 2-year-old handicap over 1,350 metres. Last start winner Papaya jumps from gate 8 for Justin Huxtable, and Thrasher, who was a rattling home effort last start, jumps from gate 11 for Mark Duplessis. Yeah,
well, one will be forward, Papaya, and one will be back. So we've sort of got both sections of the race covered. But Papaya, obviously, she's very fit. She'll probably roll forward there for Justin, and once again it'll be up to Justin to decide where he wants to position the filly. She certainly hasn't gone backwards since her win. Obviously it's a big step up in class today. It was only a maiden the other day, but she goes to the 2-year-old handicap levels today. But she did win quite impressively last Wednesday by a big margin, and if she can produce that sort of run again, she's certainly going to be hard to beat. And the other filly, Thrasher, you could miss her first up run where she was narrowly beaten, finishing 2nd, and 1,350. That'll suit her down to the ground also. She'll probably get back though. But the minute we can get her up to a mile or more, she's certainly going to come into her own.
Very good. And the final runners on today's program are in race 4, which is a maiden plate over 1,350 metres. Iconista makes her debut for the stable, formerly from John O'Shea Yard, and also Witchell, who's an emergency. Not quite sure if she'll get a run at this point.
Yeah, well, Witchell, as you said, is an emergency. We've still got to wait and see if she'll get a run. If she doesn't run today, she'll go around on Wednesday. But her first up run at the Gold Coast was quite good also. In a race, it was probably a bit short for her, but she certainly finished it off quite nicely. Iconista, as you said, is a new filly from the O'Shea stable. David Henderson set her up to me just to hopefully try and get a few races out of her up here where he thought the level might suit her a bit better. And she's a really nice filly, this. So still got a little bit to learn about her pattern and style of racing, but she certainly, since she's been with me, hasn't put a foot wrong.
Very good, mate. Well, you've got some good chances, some young sort of upcoming horses, and also the old stager. He's not that old, 5 Lucky Jackson, but good luck for today's meeting.
Good on you, Adam. Thanks very much.